Hello, welcome to BSA Live. I'm Tony Boldy. I'm teacher Tony to these young kids, these up and coming, great, talented actors. We've created a showcase for them called BSA Live. It's our live performing group that the next level is off to television. We're creating a show this week for these young kids to perform on and hopefully go off and win some different challenges and then eventually be in our annual show where our industry guests, the celebrity guests such as Neil and Adrian and all of our wonderful guests, Peter and Kristine and Angelique can help us grow as a group and individual actors, okay? So today is going to be a showcase for our guests. But let's show a quick little video right now. Let's go to the opening of the award show that I am blessed to be hosting on September 26th. So Mila, happy birthday to Mila. Let's sing her happy birthday real quick, Peter. Can we all join in? The only mics we're gonna turn on is Peter's mic, but the rest of us are gonna sing to our camera, but we're gonna hear Peter's voice because Peter's got a great voice. Putting you on the spot, Peter. Are you willing to do that for us?
No. I got to get paid. No, I'm kidding.
This is for Mila.
Sure.
Mila's turning 15 today. Happy birthday, Mila. Everyone mute.
We'll over the hill. She's over the hill. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mila. Happy birthday to you, my dear young lady.
All right, that's what we do when I can't sing. I have a voiceover come in and sing for me. So one of the hardest songs on the planet to sing is Happy Birthday. Am I correct, Peter?
That and the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go right into the Academy Awards opening, which is called the American Icon Awards. Let's show that video really quick. So she's going to pull it up. She's also our stage director. This is Mila Neighbors. So go full screen with that. And this is the opening to the American Icon Awards. And you might recognize some of these faces.
Awesome.
All right, that is the company powering the Easy Way Awards show this year, September 20th. Angelique, do you mind if we ask you a couple questions about what the award show is going to be like this year? She's the producer of the wonderful award shows that I'm hosting. So Angelique, welcome to BSA.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys doing? It's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor to be among such talented people and kids.
We're honored to have you. So what's it like producing the award show? I'm sure it's a lot of work, but it's virtual this year. So what are you liking about it? What are your experiences? Who's coming?
Okay, well, who's not coming should be the question, right? Who's not coming? Last year was live, so it was a little different. We just did the virtual summit, so getting used to doing the virtual stuff. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, just like you're acting and honing your craft. It's a lot of work that you have to put into it to be the most rewarding afterwards. There's Eric.
Oh, wonderful. Welcome, Eric. We just showed the American Icon Awards. It's funneling or driving the behind the scenes for your award show. So thank you.
All
Welcome
right,
back.
Eric.
He was just live on the air. He was just doing interviewing Bobby Chance, the famed acting.
I know.
Yeah, I asked her to come on in, so I mean, if you want me to get her in, Tony, I'll give her a call. But she said that
I talked to her earlier. She's gonna go do what she does so well, and she had one great interview with you. So we're not gonna put them out. So
no problem.
Yeah. So we were just talking to Angelique about your show coming up, and then we're going to talk about with Neil and EZ some of the shows that we're talking about for these young kids. So before they perform, they know who they're performing to. So Angelique, you can finish what you were saying, and then we'll just jump over. Zach's just joining us. We'll jump over to Neil, and we'll jump over to Eric and talk about why we're here today and what the stage is going to be doing today.
Okay, well, we're just really excited. We're having the Golden Gala on September 26th, 4:30 to 6:30 is the virtual gold carpet, and then the gala awards to influencers who are going to be awarded the easy way with excellence and zeal. And we're awarding those who use their influence to strive to help others network themselves to next level success. So really excited about it. I have tons of people. Eric can say more. I'm more the behind the scenes, you know, all the work. I'm really excited about it. It's a lot of work, like I said, but anything worth doing is worth doing well and worth working hard for, just like you guys.
Love it. Well, thank you for watching these young, very talented, up-and-coming stars on the BSA Live stage. So let's go to Neil and let's go to EZ. I'm going to go to Neil real quick first, Eric. So,
Yeah, no problem.
we had you here with us last week, and you came back, and we learned a little bit about BWR and how you ran the operations there, and you had a ton of PR agents, some of the top in the game, Brad Pitt's publicists, etc. You used to walk to restaurants with Brad and nobody recognized him. That level of promotion and marketing. Tell us a little bit about how you got in the game and what you're doing today and what you can, what we're thinking about building for BSA actors.
Well, I started 30 years ago at the bottom as in-house courier, answering the phones at lunchtime. And after a few months, I said, what do you want to do with this company? And they told me. I said, that's what I do. I'm the first one in, the last one to leave. We create success. So we were about 12, 15 people at the time, and we grew the company to 100 people, New York and LA. And we had 35, 40 publicists between New York and LA. And we had them all, you name it, from Courtney Cox to Leo to Brad to John Barbados to Ted Baker in fashion and fragrance. So we did it all. We did entertainment, we did corporate, we did special events. And it was a matter of being persistent and showing up every day. It was no secret. I was the first one in and the last one to leave, no matter what. Yeah. And I didn't have to do that. I chose to do it, to make sure that I set the table every day for when people walked in, they were ready to go. Everything was at their disposal. They just had to take over and do their job to be the publicists that they were or are. And it's just a matter of participating in your life 100%. You know, take no prisoners, just show up and be nice to yourself and be nice to the people around you, and you will succeed. It may take 5 years, it may take 2 weeks, but it's a journey anyhow. It's all a journey.
Well, I love it, Neil. Thanks for coming back. We want to move your camera up a little bit so we can see your eyes. It's all about the eyes in this business. Oh, so much better. Love it, love it. So Neil Cohen, we're so honored to have you here. So we're creating a show, a platform for these young kids to perform and then go through like a 4-week training course in front of the audience and then pick winners from that and send them off to the finales at the end. And we discussed that with you. Is that something you think you could get behind and help us promote worldwide?
Oh, definitely. I remember, I can't think of the name of the show. Years and years ago on early TV, when it was like 3 channels, there used to be a show like that. I think maybe it was the Ted Mack Original Amateur Hour.
Ted Mack Amateur Hour, yeah.
Was that it?
Yep.
He remembers. That was it, right?
Yep.
Ted Mack.
My mother was on it. My mother was on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So I don't know how many years it was on TV, but it was fun watching these inspiring actors and actresses to grow.
So we have a director and editor, Adrian, who's worked with a lot of great talent over the years, and I've studied under him, and I hope to get him behind this as a director. But let's go to Eric Zuley. Let's talk about the engine. Lift the hood of this Ferrari. what is this engine going to do? Where is it going to be broadcast? Who's it going to go to?
Oh, thanks, Tony. Hey, everybody. Hey, Neil. Good to see you again. Peter, Angelique. The vehicle of this is pretty awesome. In fact, the other night we actually had some of our partners on, and Tony got a chance to meet them. And we have some of the largest distributors that are with Viacom, Comcast, multiple cable stations, satellite, as well as 250 something streaming channels. So our HLS streams to them as well as other partners. So I say we have the ability to probably hit about 350 plus channels, even up to maybe 500 if we really set up a campaign, got a bunch of people together. We have Apple, Amazon, Roku. In fact, the show we just did was live on Roku, and we are also an Apple app working on Google Play. So I think it has the ability to hit millions of people with the right proper campaign. And even without promotion, we usually hit typically a couple thousand people to about 10,000 people or so. So I think it's going to be, well, I hate the word think. I know it's going to be an amazing success and an amazing vehicle. And you know, we just hope we get it to the right audience and influence them and get them to get behind us to help that much more people. But we're really,
that, of course, is where Neil comes in. So, Neil, we really appreciate that. Neil is a genius when it comes to getting it in front of the right eyeballs. So as we rip through this really quick, what I'm doing is I'm filling time because some of our students are at another showcase and they're going to jump over. And so we're going to go to Adrian as a director. Adrian's directed a video game. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like to work with virtual? I mean, you are the beginning. You've done the original green screen work. Talk to us a little bit about what that was like.
Yeah, I'm computer illiterate, so game illiterate anyway, and I was contacted to direct the live action sequences for a computer game in 1994, and at the time I didn't realize it, but this company was the creme de la creme of computer games in the full motion video era. And after a day of orientation, I then had to work on blue screen stages where I worked with the Hollywood actors that they had brought in for 4 days. And I think we shot close to 2.5 hours of content in the 4 days. And it was pretty intense. But you had people like Barry Corbin who could come in and just walk through it. And he had already done a lot of green screen. So blue screen, green screen, it was pretty much the same all the way through. The trick with using the green screen is it's all imagination for the actors. I mean, you get marks down on the floor. From a production point of view, shooting green screen or blue screen is pretty simple. As long as you've mapped out your shots and have everything blocked as to where you need the actors to be, because it's all virtual. There are no sets per se. Nowadays, in the 21st century, you can have projected backgrounds, you can have panel lights, everything that actors can actually see themselves in the environments. But back then, it was a blue screen, and that's all you had to trust the director and the technicians working with you. So I spoke to Michael York about this once to gain advice of how to talk to actors about working on a blue screen or a green screen stage. And he said, well, I treat it like a stage play in rehearsal. You're on a stage or a room where you have your set basically taped out and blocked out. You may have a hand prop or two, and that's about it. The rest you use is your imagination when you're rehearsing. And he said, that's the best way I can describe the experience of what it's like as an actor on a blue screen or green screen stage.
Right. Well, thank you so much.
Then how a director, because when you work on a stage like that, the actors you don't swing the camera around for a reverse angle. You change your lighting. So you're changing your key light and your fill light and backlight for the reverse angle shot, because you don't have to move the camera. You only have the blue screen. So your actors have to get used to the fact that you're now shooting a reverse, and then you're now looking this way versus that way, even though you're on the same stage that you're on shooting the 2-shot.
It's like basketball when you switch sides, don't go to the wrong side. Well, Adrian, thank you for being here every week. We really appreciate it. So you guys hopefully will work with Adrian. He also does hand-to-hand combat for camera. I really want to get you guys through that course because I want you, a lot of action scenes happen. You're going to need to do a lot of your own stunts on green screen. So I want you to take his course. He's going to offer a course for you guys. Hopefully have a special discounted rate for you guys if you say you're from BSA. But again, I want you to study under him. I studied under him, and I'm really grateful for that. So Adrian, a little plug for your hand-to-hand combat school and your on-camera school. Okay.
Thank you.
Angelique, I see a young potential BSA student back there. Who's that?
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I'm 12 years old.
Wow, Ethan, you're very handsome.
Hey, Tony, I have to say this. We brought Ethan on set and got him on an Amazon Prime series, one of our affiliates, and he actually got kind of a starring role in that episode, and he killed it. And he did an amazing job. Very talented actor.
He's got a great look too, and you know, Hollywood can be superficial at times. Looks can take you a long way.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to have him if he likes class today. I'd love to have him come back.
Of course, that's why I have him watching. My daughter's here as well.
How old's your daughter?
She's 18.
That's fine. We go all the way up to 80.
You go up to 80? All right.
I have a man that's almost 80. Actually, Mila, will you show some of the pictures? I want to flip through the pictures.
No.
I'm looking for ideal transitions to show these photos. So Jim, who studied with Adrian, Big Jim, and also studied with me and Ivan Markota, he's been with me 20 years, private coach. And so go up to, I think it's up higher. It's actually up higher. Up to top,
I was going to say, he doesn't look 80.
Right there. After my little grandson, right there. So see Twitch right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's DJ Twitch from the Ellen Show. That's Jim's nephew. So Jim is a famous nephew, and they talk all the time. And I'm like, Jim's so humble, he never even told us that. So, you know, there's a lot of political angles Jim could have used, but Jim's fear was speaking in public, and he had a speech impediment. He was from the Deep South. You know his age, so you knew what he was dealing with, racism from the South and all that. So he was a very shy man in a very big, muscular body. And so I worked with him over the years, and now he actually reads to kids. He reads to special needs. He reads to elderly in the hospitals, and he's doing such great things with his acting skills. I'm so proud of him. And so I just wanted to take advantage of his nepotism there with his nephew, but also that, you know, it doesn't matter how old you are, there's something you could use your acting for. You could run a company as a CEO and need better speaking skills to get your sales team to sell more. You could run for office and need to read your teleprompters on each side and know when to turn to each teleprompter. So there's many reasons. It could give you confidence in school for your kids so that they feel that they don't get bullied because they have confidence and presence. So there's so many reasons we use acting lessons. I teach lawyers how to negotiate better in front of their jury to make it more connected. So there's many reasons to study acting. Plus, it's fun. As you can see, I like to wear hats. I like to play. I like to do characters. I do comedy.
Tony, excuse me.
Yes. Oh, you're interrupting my monologue. How dare you?
Can I say something real quick, Tony? But you made me think of something that I needed to share. You're right. I mean, I had one time a police officer as a student go undercover, and if they don't do the job correctly, it can be very dangerous.
Oh, they die.
I had a doctor. I had a doctor as a student who had very lousy bedside manner. You're gonna die. Next, you know, and I had to teach him how to role play. So the skills involved in acting are very natural for life. And I love Eric's title, The Easy Way. Who says this has to be difficult? This is an easy way for collaboration. That's the ultimate word. We are all collaborating. We're all in a team.
Yep.
And that's the only way this works.
Thank you, Peter. I appreciate it. So Mila, we're going to rip through the photos, so we're done with that. What I'm doing is I'm buffering time for the other kids to come in and showcase. So they'll be here soon, but I'll rip through these photos really quick. So that's Adam Sandler with Ella. Ella, you were, what, a couple years ago? You said that was when you met Adam? Ella Grace?
Yeah. Sorry, I was probably 6 or 7. We were driving to Disney World, and we went to a restaurant in Savannah, Georgia, and I saw him.
Yeah. Now look at Adam Sandler's eyes, right? Eyes are everything. Does that man look tired or what? That man worked so hard in this industry. He looks tired, but he's still a star, and he still takes photos, and he's still gracious and humble. No matter how big you guys get, you always gotta take photos with your fans. You gotta sign autographs. You gotta be nice, because that will go viral if you're a jerk, and no one will hire you, and you'll be considered too difficult to work with. So don't become divas. It's very easy to do, and it might be annoying to deal with your fans, but you have to, absolutely have to. Let's go to the next slide. And there's the little 2-year-old. What's his name, Ella?
Anderson.
And that's your baby brother, huh?
Yes.
He's so talented. What a supermodel. So we hope to have him through. And then that's Reese. So let's play the audio. They did a table read for the Gary Marshall film I'm working on, and I just played with just some scoring with Sid De La Cruz, and so he's in the Grammys, and so he scored this for me this week.
Yeah, it's a different email.
So go ahead and play that for us.
Hold on. Here it is. Okay.
All right.
Okay, hold on.
Mila, our stage director, working on her birthday.
No problem. Okay.
Okay, here we go. So take a listen.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna get hit by that bus.
Yeah, so you can't hear it, Mila. It's not working. So I'm gonna have to play it from my phone. So I will pull that up and play it. I was worried about that because we don't have that link. It's all good. I'll play it from here, and we tried it and it works. So let's see if this works. Here we go. And
Will points out the window. Everyone looks out the window and sees Goggles, the nearsighted bone, wandering blindly down the middle of the busy street.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna get hit by that bus.
A bus headed straight through Goggles swerves at the last minute narrowly.
We have to save them.
Mom, Dad, and the kids run to the stairwell. Interior, stairwell day. As Mom, Dad, and the kids run down the stairs, they pass Papa Peace, who's still on his way up.
Whoa, where's everybody going? You gotta take Goggles.
Bud catches his breath and shakes his head.
Coming down is always the hardest part.
He heads down the stairs. Exterior, office building, day. Mom, Dad, Marcy, Tommy, and DeLille burst out of the office building and run to the street. Dad turns to the kids.
You kids stay here.
Dad steps into the street and holds his hand up for an oncoming car to stop. The car skids and swerves. Dad jumps across the hood and hits the ground. Mom and the kids gasp. Dad gets up as another car swerves out of the way, just missing him. He runs toward Goggles and is about to grab him when he sees
and commercial. So that is what our kids did when they did a table read for Scott Marshall, Gary Marshall's son, for Gary Marshall's family, for Gary Marshall's producer. I mean, it's ridiculous how these kids are so talented that now the A-list producers and directors want to work with our kids. So that is a guy from the Grammys who scored it in a week, just based on their table read off of a Zoom. So imagine what we do when we get them in the booth, when we get them with the celebrity actors, and we give them really opportunities. You guys are shining. That's professional work. Congratulations, big round of applause for our BSA students getting an A-list project. So we're gonna turn that into a feature film, an animation film, and a radio show where you close your eyes and listen to the show unfold. It was written by Gary Marshall, Scott Marshall, Dan Fonte, who's passed on, and a girl named Kristine, who wrote the original concept. And so we're really excited to work on that with you guys as well. Okay, show me more pictures, Mila. I want to just rip through these and be done with that. About 6:30, which is about 4 minutes, we're going to get right into the work. So,
yeah, Gary Marshall actually discovered, in Pretty Woman.
You discovered me.
Julia Roberts. He discovered Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. He did Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley.
Gary down there. Do you know what I do when I get afraid? I sing. Very strong, very bright. In the darkness, find your light. Or I can just turn on. But I'm still scared of the dark down there. I'm just going to go right down and right back up.
And cut. Consistent both times. That's 7-year-old Faithlin. Faithlyn, I'm so proud of you. Are you willing to listen to what our judges and our guests have to say about what they just saw? Yeah? All right, let's start with Adrian Carr. Do you have any comments for our wonderful little performer here, Faithlyn?
Faithlyn, that was charming. You utilized the whole stage. You took right down to the far end, and we could still hear you. We still got the presentation, and the gestures played in the wide angle at the far end of the room. So we were totally with you all the way. And the projection of scary and dark, perfect.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Adrian. Let's go to Neil. Neil, do you have any comments?
Yeah, I see the joy in her face and her actions. She's actually having fun doing what she's doing. And that's important, to have fun. That's about
Thank you. Thank you, Neil. Kristine, what are your thoughts? Kristine?
Yeah, you know, just to counter on what Adrian was saying, when she went from scary to dark, the way she just enunciated on that and really just played with that and opened up. She's doing a great job. So just keep, like Neil said, just keep having fun with it.
I love it. And us adults could take some lessons from her about having fun. She's really,
Absolutely.
really good. So you guys see the freedom she had in her improv, right? The freedom and the consistency. She consistently knows where her marks are, where to go, when to go to each mark, when to do big, when to be big. Like, she really has a lot of gifts, in my opinion. She's 7 years old. You got a little star right there, guys. Big round of applause for Faithlyn. We're going to switch it up with other shares.
Yeah.
Unless somebody that's watching really wanted to say something, like Peter or Eric. Otherwise, we'll switch up the people that comment. You want to say something, Peter?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
I really enjoyed her use of perspective, like Neil was, Adrian was talking about. She knew how to give depth to the performance, going back and forward, and we need to understand how to do that. And you're right, she was exact and free both times. So she hit her marks, she was specific, she had her technique down, and she didn't lose any of her freedom. That's the lesson to learn for all of us.
I think it was great. Thank you so much, Faithlyn. We love having you here on our stage. She's so cute. Oh, she's just so adorable. Okay, so Kelsey just joined us. Holden joined us. Look at Holden, my Jim Carrey. That's my Jim Carrey. Holden, do you want to do your monologue right now? Are you ready? Your mic, you got to turn your thing on. It's a cold read. I know it's a cold read.
Hey, Holden.
Whoa. Hi, Peter. It's the scene.
Yeah, you have someone to read with you?
I didn't have anybody to read with me because I was in the other class and doing some other stuff. No excuses. Oh, I'm sorry.
There's Riker. Can Riker read with you?
Yes, Riker, please be my father.
I'm your dad.
Do you have the script, Riker? Thanks for joining us.
John, the script. Do you have an actual one script, or can you send it to me?
Can you have a performance go and then I get him the script and then all is good?
Okay. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Let's do some vocal warm-ups real quick, okay?
Thank you.
Go get me a script.
So, Kendall, I'm going to get you. Do some vocal warm-ups. Vocal warm-ups. Whose dog? Okay, vocal warm-ups.
Tony, I apologize. I got to go. I got to help my dad with something. But everybody, the last performance was amazing. I support all you guys as always, but I have an emergency. I got to help my dad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Take care, Eric.
Thank you. Hopefully everything's okay.
Take care, Eric.
Goodbye.
Okay, so vocal warm-ups.
Okay.
Oh.
Huh? Oh, I'll do a tongue twister.
Yeah, that's a vocal warm-up.
Betty Butter bought some butter. She put it in her batter and it made her batter bitter. So Betty Butter bought some more butter. She put it in her batter and it made her batter better.
Awesome. Ella, do some vocal warm-ups. Caught her with her mouth full.
Got it. Okay. How much wood could woodchuck chuck if woodchuck would wood? A woodchuck would chuck all the wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
I love it. Zach, what you got? Thanks for joining us.
Rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper.
Love it. Mila, what you got, birthday girl?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, and Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many pecks of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick?
Boom. These kids are warming up before class. They're getting smart on me. Holden, let's do Riker first. Riker, warm up.
Betty bought butter, but butter was so, oh gosh. Betty bought butter, what was it? It's Betty bought butter, but the butter was bitter, so Betty bought better butter to make the bitter butter better. Yeah, that's it.
Nice. Holden, what you got?
Big black bug bit the big black bear, and the big black bear bled blood.
Nice. We got Dan. That's what I'm waiting for. Hey, Dan, how are you? Thank you for joining us.
I have to go get my hat, Tony.
Well, I just play with hats because my hair is too long and nobody's cutting hair. I mean, Cindy said I'll just grab the scissors and cut it off right now, but I'm having fun. I'm a character actor. So, yeah. So Dan is a wonderful friend, but he's so much more than that. I'm going to read his actual bio. It's pretty amazing. And Riker, you're going to interview him, yes?
Yes, sir.
Did you get his introduction? Do you have that in front of you?
Yes, I have everything about him.
So do you want to read his introduction or you want me to do it?
Which one?
Seize the moment. Is who he is. Dan Moss is an experienced.
Dan Moss. Oh, let me get right to
I'm
it.
training Riker to be a host, and so this is good training for Riker.
Got it.
Okay, go for it with your radio voice, your deep radio voice.
What
you go, Riker.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to.
He muted himself. That's how pro.
Nice job.
You go, bro. You go. You do that.
All right. Center up, Riker. Focus. Come on. You got a big shot here.
Got it. Dan Moss, an experienced entertainment attorney, producer, personal manager, and senior executive. Dan has also been drafting COVID-19 writers for film, TV, commercials. Dan has produced Israel's 70th anniversary gala concert, 2-hour TV special in Jerusalem on May 13th, which aired last fall on Trinity Broadcast Network, TBN. He also produced The Trial of Jane Fonda, starring Anne Archer in Edinburgh and London. Also, he's famous for knowing Tony Bowley.
There's one more line. You got to read that last line.
Also, he's famous for knowing Tony Bowley.
Yeah. Let's welcome Dan Moss to the BSA Live stage. Big welcome, everybody. Hands high in the air. I'm so honored to have him here. Dan does a lot of A-Lift, very, very large concerts. He does movies. I mean, we're going to talk to Dan a little bit, but let's just say hi to Dan really quick. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, Tony. Thanks for inviting me. I look forward to, being here, answering any questions, helping. I was about the age of the guys that are on the show right now, and I was student body president of my high school, and a singer by the name of Jack Jones hosted a television show here in Los Angeles called Spotlight on Youth. I was 17 years old, and I was interviewed on Spotlight on Youth, which was my first television experience. So it's great to get the kind of training you guys are getting and an opportunity to be in front of a screen, which we didn't have that opportunity. Develop your voice.
This just in.
A client of mine, one of the more important commercial and radio hosts by the name of Danny Dark, who sadly died several years ago. He created his own promo tape, and he had his little 5-year-old daughter read the introduction to his wonderful voice. And she said, "I want to introduce my daddy, the pronouncer."
I love it. Well, Dan's a wonderful man. You can tell by his personality here with us, but you guys have no idea the power that he really has. And I'm just honored to have him here watching you guys. Okay. And when we turn this into a TV show, I'm going to ask him to negotiate the deal for us. So just so you know, we got a real lawyer. Dan, I want you to meet Neil Cohen. Neil ran BWR. I don't know if you know that publicity agency for Brad Pitt and Nike and all the majors. So that's Neil Cohen. The two of you meet virtually. You may know each other outside of this room.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
I know the face.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm great, Neil. Good to see you. And yes, been around. I've been a member of the California Bar for only 46 years. And so we've been around town. I spent some time in New York running a couple of companies. And then I was in Washington, D.C. I was the senior vice president in charge of the USO, providing entertainment for the troops worldwide.
Wow. Did you ever deal with the BWR Public Relations?
Absolutely. We have over the years, and some of your best clients. You guys do a great job. Always have. We're one of the most respected PR companies in the business.
Who'd you deal with? Larry or Paul or Nancy?
Paul and Larry.
Larry. They were all retired now.
Yeah, they kept me away from Nancy. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well,
She
so
just
just so you
passed
guys
away.
know, just so you know, look who's watching you guys, right? This is the real deal. These are the real game changers. They can change your life. So always do your preparation all week long, do your private classes, and then show up and just bring it. And don't worry about what you look like. Bring the emotional connection, bring your through line, and just leave it on the stage, okay? We're gonna do another live performance. Holden, are you ready with Riker to do a cold read for us?
Yes.
Remember, this is a multiple personality character role, so I expect those multiple characters to have definition.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so this is Riker, my Jim Carrey, my Robin Williams, not Riker, Holden, and then his brother Riker is going to be reading with him. Okay, Riker's my host, and they're both going to win. I think one will win Academy Award, the other will win Academy Award, then one will win an Emmy, the other will win an Emmy. I think they're going to be better than each other.
That's all I can say.
So
I'm gonna get it first, Riker. I'm gonna get it first.
Love my brother and I.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give them the stage. Please, everybody, mute your microphone, and let's give Holden the stage.
Whenever you're ready, just tell me. I'll go.
Take it. Go.
Hey, did you drive my car?
I'm not old enough to drive. Dad, what are you saying? That I got my license early, or that I drove without one? I would never break the rules like that.
That's not what I'm suggesting.
Good, because you raised me better. I'm really tired, so I'm gonna take a nap now.
You left your phone on the passenger seat.
Dad, I think someone broke into our house, stole my phone, and put it in the car. You must have come home just in time to chase him off.
Stop. I know you did it.
Oh my God, thank you. Good, thank goodness. I'm relieved.
Relieved?
Yes. It's been such a burden hiding this from you. I feel like it's really affected my relationship with my best friend. Talking about you, Dad. Bring it in.
What were you thinking?
Dad, I had no choice. These guys, these big guys came in and they were all like, we're gonna take you away and you'll never see your dad again. And I was all like, no way, I love my dad. And I karate kicked the dude, grabbed the keys, jumped in the car and escaped. And they were all, dang it. Oh, he got away and he even saved his little brother. What a responsible babysitter. I hope his dad just knows what a gift he is.
Wait, did you drive my car with your little brother in the car?
Before I answer that, don't you care that we were almost taken by guys?
I care. I can also tell that you're lying.
Good, because what I'm going to tell you now is going to sound crazy.
Oh, boy.
I got a FaceTime from Brian Oceantop. I know, right? Why is the host of the most popular singing competition FaceTiming me? Anyway, he was all, who's this? And I was all, Cameron Boyce. And he was all, Kyron, you have a great look. I need your help. Oliver Singlers fell down some stairs, and I was inspired to dial your number totally at random. Tell me, do you sing? And I was all, check this out, Brian Oceantop. Oh, it's magic. No, never believe it's not so.
Stop.
Oh, okay. And he was all, wow, you sing like an angel. And then this producer guy got on the phone and was like, crikey, can you dance? You're going to save our show. We need to get you down here right now. And I was all, but I'm babysitting and I'm too young to drive. And the producer was like, your dad will understand. I'm sure he's a caring, wise, handsome, so handsome man. And then I was all, okay. And I went and saved their show. They wanted me to leave Miles home, though, but I was like, no. I'm going to do the right thing.
Are you done?
That depends. Do you believe me?
No. You're grounded for 2 weeks.
That's fair.
Without your phone.
Oh, come on!
And cut. Okay, so that was your first pass, right? When's the best audition?
On the ride home.
Right, because you think of a million things you could have done better. I told you guys before many times over, I got a great audition for General Hospital, Port Charles, and I just bombed. I just bombed the first time. And I felt horrible. And Gwen, the casting director, said, who was assistant to Mark, said, "You're nervous." And I said, "I'm so nervous. This is a big opportunity for me." And she's like, "Everyone that auditions for me for some reason gets really nervous on their first pass. Can I give you a second one?" And I said, "Oh my God, would you?" She said, "Go take 5 minutes and calm down." So Riker, I want you to calm down now that you got the first pass out. I want you to breathe. Now this is comedy, right? So usually people that write comedy, if it's good, just let the words do the work for you, right?
You're Riker.
Oh, I'm sorry, hold it. So you, hold it. So you don't have to push on this, right? You're big as it is. It's just who you are in your personality. So let the words do the work for you, right? And you don't have to push. You don't have to be so big. The first one, yeah, you went big, and that's the first one. So now I'm going to have you do just the monologue part, not anything that Riker's giving you, just where you do the multiple characters. And what's step 16, right?
Forget about it.
Forget about it. And what does that mean? What does forget about it mean?
It means have what you're saying come from your heart and not from your head.
Right. Don't try to perform. Don't try to be big. Let the words do the work. Let your intention be there and let your emotions come through. And in comedy, you just use the comedic rules, right? Line on line on line. So you guys were not nailing each other's lines on lines. That hurts. That's a really bad no-no in sitcoms. But in this situation, you were just too big, which means if you start that big, you have nowhere to play because you're too big already. Mm-hmm. So don't start so big so you have room to grow and ebb and flow and paint. This is a white canvas and you're painting on it. Don't paint just red, right? Paint yellows and blues and pinks. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's bring it back about 100 notches. Let the words do the work. And this is the pass that got me to work on General Hospital for a year as a reoccurring role. Okay.
So the one where the monologue where I become the multiple people?
Yes. And that's all we need. Just that little snippet. I want to see if you take direction. Okay. So take a couple minutes, center up. Don't have to be so big anymore. You got the first one out of you. And let's just see what that little bit of direction did for you.
All right. I got a FaceTime from Brian Oceantop. I know, right? Why is the host of the most popular singing competition in America FaceTiming me? Anyway, he was all, "Who's this?" And I was all, "Cameron Boyce." And he was all, "Karen, you have a great look. I need your help. All of our singers fell down some stairs and I was inspired to dial your number totally at random. Tell me, do you sing?" And I was all, "Check this out, Brian Oceantop. Oh, it's magic. You know, never believe it's not so."
Okay, and I'm going to cut you right there. So you see the difference? You have more room to play if you don't come out of the gate swinging. Mm-hmm. We want to organically let it grow where it's naturally supposed to grow and ebb and flow. We still got a little ways to go with you. Okay, we're going to work on some more comedic timing, but you're really talented. You're more than willing, and I love what you try to bring. And I'm just going to give you some foundations, some comedic rules, and we're going to apply them. And then next week we're going to see how those rules actually actually took root, and how your performance will have more colors if we don't just push. So now this is where we're going to go to our panel, right? We're going to go to our people that are watching, our industry professionals, and we're going to get some comments. Now these comments could be, and we come from truth. We don't have to sugarcoat these comments, guys. I love Holden. I think he's one of the best actors. I think he's great. I think he has a really bright career. How old are you?
I'm 17.
And how old's Riker?
Riker's 14.
Cool. And welcome, Kevin. Kevin just joined us. So glad to have him back. Dan, do you have any comments for our young little actor here that's starting down his comedy path?
You raise an interesting point, and I think being nervous, there's two sides of that coin. One, you want to have a little bit of energy to be nervous and be excited about doing the role and the interview and the audition. I'm reminded I was having dinner in New York with Tommy Smothers of the Smothers Brothers, and they had their own television show, and they were very popular, and we were having dinner at Gallagher Steakhouse, and as Tommy was cutting his steak, this little kid grabbed his arm, and he said, Mr. Smothers, can I have your autograph?" He said, "Can I have my steak?" And so he looked at the kid. He said, when I'm finished dinner, I'll be happy to give you an autograph. The kid is standing there. He said, Mr. Smothers, do you get nervous when you go on television? And he looked at the kid and he looked at the parents. He said, no, actually, he said, in the morning when I get up, first thing as I do is I throw up in the morning. And after that, I'm just fine the rest of the day. The parents kind of looked at him, you didn't have to say that to my kid. And he said, well, let me have dinner and I'll sign the autograph. So, it's dealing with humor sometimes can alleviate the tension of getting nervous. We all have a little bit of apprehension, but I thought that both of you have a great deal of talent, and I like to see the way you're following direction and can grow in these roles and learn a lot from Tony.
Thank you, Dan. I really appreciate you being here. Let's go to somebody that really wants to make a comment. Kevin, welcome. We've got another guest here, Kevin Gallagher. Who really wants to say something? Adrian, anybody? Peter, of course. How did I know Peter? Peter's a comedian, so of course I would want him to say something about comedy timing.
Ask me what the most important thing in comedy is, Tony.
What's the most important?
Timing.
Timing, of course.
Well, what I wanted to say was, Holden, what Tony did for you was something that can happen in an audition. I am not going to waste time or think that I can bring someone up if they don't give me enough. You gave so much in that first audition. You were so big and so hilarious. You gave me something to tweak. You gave me something to shape. You gave me something to manipulate. Okay, and that's a good thing, because better to give too much than too little. And what Neil said was brilliant, because it's about turning nerves into dramatic energy, which we can all do. The body responds the same way if it's nervous or if it's excited. So rather than be nervous, just tell yourself, I'm just really excited to be here. And that gives you the pathway to doing what you need to do. Tony's right about hills and valleys. The hills and valleys should be in the multiple personalities. But I caught your BS. I thought you were going to hurt your back patting it so much about just how much you know about your dad and how to manipulate him. But yeah, thank you so much. You know what you're doing is no problem. Para ping, forget about it.
Nice, thank you, Peter. Really appreciate it. So, Holden, we're going to bring this back next week, and you got to have it memorized, okay? So this was a cold read, and it's hard when you do a cold read because you go down and you scoop up, and so we'll get it memorized. We'll do it again next week. I'll work with you in a private class. We'll get it all tightened up, and then you're willing to represent it next week?
Of course.
All right, you're really good. I want you to be amazing, right? Good's not good enough for me. How about you? Is good enough for you?
I thank you for having that expectation and standard. I only want to grow.
Good. Well, you're awesome, and I love Holden. I think he's amazing. Riker, you read with your brother, but now I want you to do your scene with Kendall. So, Kendall, are you ready to do your scene?
Could we do a little thing in between them? I want to try.
Yes. Okay. So we'll do a little game while they get prepped, and I teach them this because I don't want them to go if they're not emotionally connected. So I tell them we teach method here, and I want them to really be connected. So we have a lot of games. Reese is going to hopefully join us. She loves to do these games, but let me pick one of these games that I have for you guys. Let's do an improv game. So you think that was good? Do you guys know that? Ella, you want to try it? So the only thing you guys have to say to get the stage, make sure you turn your mics on, is you have to say, oh, you think that's bad? That's how you get the stage. And whoever was the most dominant, everyone has to let that person go, and they're going to top. So don't top too fast. Each time's a little higher in your topping, okay? So I'm going to start, and Ella, you're going to follow, and then whoever feels the energy to go next. But don't wait too long, right? Those that hesitate lose. So Zach, turn your mic on. You know you're playing this one. Seeing who doesn't have the mic on. Okay. Riker's preparing and Kendall's preparing. And if Kristine, if any of you judges want to play too, you're more than welcome to. I know Faithlin wants to play. Turn your mic on, Faithlin. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, I had the best day. I got a free lunch. I went to a restaurant and they gave me a free lunch.
Well, you think that was good? I went to a restaurant and I got a free ice cream and lunch.
You think that's
You
good?
think that was good?
This morning.
Go again. You guys talked on each other. Go again. You talked on each other.
Go ahead, Zach.
You think that's good? I found $20 on the ground this morning.
Well, you think that was good? I got to cut the ribbon at the grand opening of the new children's hospital.
Mila.
Well, you think that's good. Well, I went to the children's hospital and donated and did a whole community service for them.
And you guys got to top the energy too, not just the words. You got to top the energy. Ella, top.
I think that's good. I just donated 5 Apple computers to that children's hospital.
Faithlin.
That's good. I picked up on the ground $100 million.
Zach.
You think that's good? I work at that children's hospital. I'm saving lives.
Holden.
Well, you think that's good? Like 7 pickup trucks came and brought me tangerines.
Mila.
You think that's good? Well, I own the tangerine company that you got those tangerines from.
Ella.
You think that's good? I just got a little kitten today.
Faithlin.
You think that's good? I got a jar of Coke.
Zach.
You think that's good? I no longer have crippling depression.
And bring us home, Holden.
Well, you think that's good? I failed Jurassic Park.
All right, so now we're going to switch it up. We're going to think that's weird, all right? Oh, my God, I had the weirdest day. Like, I dreamed I was on stage with a bunch of child crazy actors.
Well, you think that's weird? I was able to lick my nose today, and I picked it with my tongue.
Mila.
You think that's weird? I just found out that I'm actually wearing a wig and this is not my real hair.
Ella.
You think that's weird? I was on the set for Aladdin and they brought us free tacos.
Zach.
You think that's good? You think that's weird? Well, today I saw a camel that drowned in the middle of the ocean.
Hey, you think that's weird? I was the taco guy.
Just ate money.
Do that again, because Kristen, your mic's not working. Faithlin.
You think that's good? I mean, you think that's weird? I ate a money.
One more time, Mila.
You think that's weird? Well, I got a package delivery today with a baby alligator.
And Ella, bring us home. Close the deal.
You think that's good? The mailman showed up today and he brought me 100 bananas.
Perfect, and that's that. That's how we do. You think that's weird, that's good, that's bad. Okay? These are just fillers while we get our method actors prepared. Are you guys ready, Riker and Kendall?
Yes, sir.
Kendall?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys know where you're at, who you're talking to, why you're doing it, what you want, your intention, your objective, your emotional connection, your opening emotion, comedy or drama. You guys got all that down?
Not funny script, not funny lines, not funny situations, definitely in drama.
And what's your intention? So my reason, my character, my intention, and my conflict.
My intention is to show her to my parents and get my parents to like her today.
My reason?
My reason is because my parents don't like her and I want to continue dating her.
And my conflict?
That she's dressed like a hooker.
Okay. And Kendall, what's your intention, reason, conflict?
My intention is to get his parents to like me
Why?
with myself, not having to change for others.
Why?
Because I want to be myself and I want people to like me for the way that I am.
And what's stopping you from that?
The fact that he's always yelling at me and telling me that I can't wear certain things.
Nice. What's your opening emotion, Riker?
I'm anxious and furious because I've been waiting here for 20 minutes.
And Kendall, what's your opening emotion?
I'm frustrated because he's not telling me where he is.
Are you guys going to utilize the set as space where you're not just sitting in chairs?
Yes,
all right, go to your first position. Commit to your opening emotion. Everyone mute your microphones, please. Everyone mute, please. And action.
Where are you? I was standing by the fucking Ferris wheel. Why do you always do this to me?
Well, how am I supposed to know that if you don't tell me? Just meet on FaceTime.
Oh, there you are.
Why are you dressed like a hooker?
What?
Well, meaning my parents.
I was at a carnival. Get over it.
Well, it's a chili cookout. I can't have you dressed like that.
Maybe it'll sell better.
This isn't a fucking joke, Maddie.
Why are you being like this?
Listen, my parents, they don't even like you.
What do you mean they don't like me? What have I ever done to them, Nate? They don't know me.
Doesn't matter. Just go home, get changed, and come back looking like a person.
Are you kidding me? You can't tell me what I can and can't wear. A relationship doesn't work like that. Do you get that?
Maddie, just stop, okay? I don't want them to think more bad of you because they already do.
You keep doing things to please your crazy parents, you're gonna end up like your older brother. A loser. I don't think you want that.
What the fuck does that have anything to do with anything? Man, you always play the victim.
I play the victim. I play the victim. I'm sorry that I wasn't raised in the perfect family like you were. Okay, my parents live in the same fucking house and haven't said a single word to each other in over 10 years. You're only dating me because I'm pretty and popular. But yet I'm not worthy enough to bring home to mom and dad, am I?
Maddie, stop. You know that's not true. You know I don't just date you because you're pretty. You know, and I never said you're not worthy of meeting my parents. I just need you to go home and get changed. Please, Matt.
Bullshit. That's bullshit, Nate. You know what? We're done, okay? We are over, and you can go to hell.
Maddie, wait. Maddie, come back here! Maddie.
All right, cut.
I love you.
cut. So that was your first pass, right?
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel? Do you feel like you did step 16, or do you feel like you don't remember what you did? What do you guys talk to me? What are you feeling, Riker?
Well, I'm feeling good. Definitely some things. Definitely some parts where I just did lines. That was it. I was trying. I forgot about it, at least to some extent. Like there were like 2 times where I caught myself thinking of it.
Okay. So you're being honest with yourself. That's good. Kendall, what are you feeling?
Yeah, me too. There was like a few lines where they were kind of just lines. Like they.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys run this full out? Remember the best auditions on the ride home? If you didn't, then if I let you do it one more time, that should have been the audition that these people are seeing.
Yeah.
So you guys haven't run it together, right? You haven't run it all out hard right before class?
No, we didn't run it before class.
So watch what happens your second time every single time. And let this be a lesson that for your audition, you guys do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full out like this, as if people are watching you, so that the best one is in front of them.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to give you one more chance to do this like I got, and let's see what you guys do. Step 16 is what? It's the most important step. Don't worry about what people think of you. Worry about what your intention is. Worry about how you feel and allow your real, true emotions. Don't fake anger. Don't fake sad. If you don't feel it, you don't feel it. Then you need more methods, sense memory work. But if you feel it, let it out. But don't fake it. No faking here. Don't fake it. Don't push. Feel. Get in the thought of why you want. Why do you feel what you feel? What's causing this? Go deeper in the sense memory work. And we can do that privately in class where you get more connected with step 9, which is personalization. But where do you pull your emotions from, Kendall?
Just from like my list of memories and stuff.
Right, but this particular emotion that you're starting with, what particular experience do you have that you're bringing to this one scene, right? Real isolated, real focused. Which, do you have one particular experience in your life you're pulling from?
Yes.
And Riker, you have one particular experience you're pulling from that's this?
Kind of 2, but yeah.
Pick one. It shows you had 2. Pick one. Okay, ready? This is your big break. This is your second chance. I got the same one. Okay, here we go. Back to the top. If you don't feel it, don't do it. Let it grow. Let it boil like water. Okay, and here we go. Action.
Where are you? I was standing by the fucking Ferris wheel. Why do you always do this to me? It's so annoying.
How am I supposed to know that if you didn't tell me? Just meet on FaceTime.
There you are.
Why you dressed like a hooker?
What?
I'm meeting my parents.
I was at a carnival, Nate. Get over it.
Well, it's a Chili cookout. I can't have you dressed like that.
Maybe it'll sell better.
This isn't a fucking joke, Mandy.
Why are you being like this?
Listen, my parents don't even like you.
What do you mean they don't like me? What have I ever done to them? They don't even know me, Nate.
Listen, it doesn't matter. Okay? Just, I don't want them to think bad of you. Because they already do. I need you to go home and then come back looking like a person, okay?
You kidding me? You can't tell me what I can and can't wear. A relationship doesn't work like that.
I need my parents to like you, okay? Like I said, they really do not. So can you just please listen?
If you keep doing things to please your crazy parents, you're gonna end up like your older brother. A loser.
What the fuck does that have anything to do with anything? Maddie, you always play the victim.
You mean I play the victim? I play the victim? Okay, I'm sorry that I wasn't raised in a perfect family like you were. Okay, my parents live in the same fucking house and haven't said a single word to each other in 10 years. You're only dating me because I'm pretty and popular. Yet I'm not worthy enough to bring home to mom and dad, am I?
Maddie, stop. You know that's not true. Okay, I know you're a great person. I don't just like you because of your looks, and I never said that you were unworthy of meeting my parents. I just can't have you looking like that. Please, Maddie.
Bullshit. It's bullshit, and you know it. Okay, you know what? We're over.
Maddie, wait. Stop, Maddie, get back here. Maddie, please, I love you.
And cut. Okay. Do you feel the difference when it's not so pushed? Yeah. And you can just let things unfold, like I said to your brother as well. Ride the wave, and you don't know what's going to happen. Be open to possibilities, and like just like an improv. Listen. And when they say something that affects you, respond to it naturally. But it was way better the second time. It always is. So make sure this lesson is do the work before you perform it. 2, 3, 4, full out. And then your nerves are settled when you're in the room, in the auditioning room, because you want to book the part. And if they don't see the best performance and you don't book the part, what a lost opportunity on something so simple as you could have done. You're the one that could have done the audition, your audition full out. Okay, I'm gonna go to Dan real quick. Dan, I know you can't stay with us the whole night, so I want to value your time. So just, do you have any comments for these two young actors? And how old are you, Holden? I mean, Riker, sorry, you brothers. Riker, how old are you?
I'm 14.
And how old are you, Kendall?
15.
Okay, so very young still. Dan?
Kendall, I like the way you moved into the camera. I like the way you took over the scene to make it personal, and showed your feelings. That kind of took the scene. I think that it's important for both of you to understand how you look on the camera and how you play to the camera. And that's going to take some direction, and Tony can give you that, where you might be most effective when delivering your lines. As he said, you moved away, and you're away from the chair, then you got back into it. But maybe there's a moment where you could get a little more personal, especially when you're trying to tell her you love her and try to get her back. You kind of let her go too easily.
Thank you, Dan. Any of our other distinguished panelists like to say anything? Anybody feeling?
I just thought they were wonderful. The second time around, they nailed it. They knew what they did the first time, and they refreshed it. So bravo to you two that you upgraded your second performance. It came through loud and clear.
So there you go, you guys. Don't have your first performance the one they see. Have the second one. I know Adrian wanted to say something, and I know Peter wants to say something. Adrian, your mute's on. Your mic's there. You go.
Kendall, in the opening, the first 3 or 4 lines where it's just reaction, listening to the call, I just found you weren't listening enough for the heightened drama that's coming from the voice. I didn't see you register what Riker would have been saying to you. I got the words clear and I got the expression of the anger, but I didn't see you hearing that come across for me. When you moved in to the closer to the camera, it just needed a little bit more push at that point, because there's the line about sorry, before that there was a line where you could sell it better at the, maybe you could sell the, is it hot dogs or something, or
Chili.
You could sell it better. A little bit more flirt would have helped there, because you're using that, he's commenting on your look, and you can easily turn that around as to, well, maybe I could sell it better, you know. I mean, just play with a little bit, because you can use that little bit of flirtation because he's pissing on you, basically. So, and when you moved in for the close-up about your crazy brother, I think you can push a lot harder there, even though you're in a close-up, but don't play it big, but play it more intense, more personal, and hit a little bit faster and harder with that, because it was starting to become not monotone.
Okay.
And you've got, that's a great attack point, and you're in the close-up, hit him with it. And when you get to the bullshit line, this is the end of that relationship as far as you're concerned, correct? You really going to cut him off?
Yeah.
Then you should have just said, that's bullshit, and let him have it. So he has to really fight to get you back, but you're gone.
Yeah.
They're things that I would play with as a director. I would start, let me see another run through and see if that plays, giving it a little bit more light and shade. And from that, I think Riker would then play it slightly differently as well. You're making him work harder to keep you.
Okay.
Because he's going to come across more of a jerk, and his superiority will come across to an audience. They'll be going, yeah, what a prick.
Cool. Well, thank you, Adrian. I really appreciate these comments from your wisdom. Peter, I know you want to say something, but I got to kind of rip through and just randomly pick random shares, unless you really wanted to share and say something that's really tugging at your heartstrings.
Always. I'm always about my heart. Okay, it's about pace and conflict. Now, pace can be quick and low key, or it can be slow and up tempo. But I'm going to give you a couple of things that, from an actor's point of view and a director. You already established that it's late. Where the hell were you? That's already a physical conflict. And then you still have to need more time for her to go home and change. So that right there is a physical conflict that's going to drive you nuts. Play that more. And I would say that there's a conflict between you pleasing your family because you love them so much, and you love her. You did go to the artificial anger a little bit too quickly. If you have a need, if you want her to believe in you, you have to entice more. And you have to, you know, because you could lose her a lot sooner than you did. And I thought you were going to. And that anger will come as a result of that. And the pace will come as a result of that. So the time is of the essence. There's a conflict between how you feel about your parents and her. Like there's got to be love there. Then out of that, the anger comes. Don't play the anger. That's a result. Play what gets you there.
Thank you, Peter. I really appreciate it. So we're going to push through. Round of applause for our lovely actors and getting some really wise words from the professionals of our industry. Mila, I want you to prepare. And Ella, I want you to go now. Are you ready to go now, Ella? And Mila, you prepare. It's happy birthday, Mila. It's Mila's birthday. She's still working.
Happy birthday, Mila.
Sing happy birthday.
Yeah, just really quick, Mr. Tony, do you pick candy?
I do, but I gave it to one of our fellow students. Does anybody down there have candy? Riker, do you have some candy?
It's gone.
You guys
My
ate
stomach.
candy?
It's gone.
Nobody else brought it.
Stuck in my throat.
Yeah, well, my little Ella, my little two-year-old.
My parents took some. I need to go grab it.
Yeah. What about Kendall and Mila? There's Kendall. I know Kendall has candy. Ella, are you above or below on your monitor of Kendall?
I am above.
You're above, and that's what it is on my screen. What about you, Kendall? Is she above you?
She's actually below me and all the way on the other side.
How about everybody that sees the group share? Where are they in relation? Is Ella above Kendall and most people's? You two raise your hand. Ella and Kendall, raise your hand. Ella, Kendall, raise your hand. Okay,
Kendall's
let's say they're above and below each other. We were working out a little thing, but my little 2-year-old stole my candy jar, Ella, so ruined our joke. But you two do it. You two do it. So why don't you pass it up? Kendall, pass it up to Ella, and Ella, grab it from below you.
Okay.
So give her the candy jar. Go slow like the mirror. No, the mirror. Where's your candy jar, Ella? So you go up when she goes up. Ready, go. It's a mirror exercise. Now go up slow. And you got to be more center. This is magic. So, okay, so now you go dead center, Ella, and you go dead center, Kendall. Pay attention to the small details. Kendall, go up. Ella, go up. Go a little bit faster, at least to the frame. Go to the top of your frame. Go. You got to match. You guys are matching. Go. Do you see where you're missing the beat, guys? Ella, you don't go until she hits the top of her frame. Then you go as soon as she hits the top of her frame. So you hit your mark. Here we go. One last time. As soon as she hits the top of the frame, you go. So ready and action. Right there. Now get center. More center, Ella. More center. More center. More center. Center. There you go. Now up. All the way. Ella, pull it. There you go. That's the magic trick. Again, I want you two to do this. This is the mirror exercise. Put your hands up. Both of you. Everybody that wants to play. Do what I'm doing. Right? This is all about small detail and paying attention. It's the mirror exercise. And if you guys aren't listening or paying attention, this is where we're missing it. It's really important that you guys are really in tune with your actor like a dance partner, okay? Okay, so simple exercise, but it's so powerful if you bring that to your performance. Okay, so what else do you have for us, Ella?
Okay, I have some accents and impressions for you.
Let's do the first one you do. Let's do the monologue, the Harry Potter monologue in the British accent.
Okay.
And you're how old again?
I'm 11.
You're 11, okay. So she's going to start doing animation voiceovers and cartoons and radio shows.
Have any of you seen a toad? A boy named Neville's lost one. Oh, you're doing magic. Let's see then. Are you sure that's a real spell? It's not very good, is it? I've tried a few simple spells myself, but they've all worked for me. For example, Oculus Reparo. That's better, isn't it? Holy cricket! You're Harry Potter. I'm Hermione Granger, and you are Pleasure. Well, nobody in my family is magic at all, so it was such a surprise when I got my letter, but I was so pleased, of course. Now, I expect we'll be arriving soon, so you two better put on your robes. Oh, and by the way, you've got dirt on your nose, just there.
Bravo, round of applause. So that's her doing that with a British accent. You going to do a couple lines and other accents and characters?
Yes, I can.
All right, just play. Let's play. Do whatever you want.
Okay, here's a southern one. Have any of y'all seen a toad? A boy named Neville's lost. A boy named Neville's last one.
Okay.
Okay, here's a surfer dude. Have any of you seen a toad, man? Gnarly kid named Neville's lost one, dude.
Do another one.
Okay, here's a princess. Okay. Have any of you seen a toad? A boy named Neville's lost one.
Okay, a couple more and then we'll call it a day.
Here's a valley girl. Oh my god, have any of you seen a toad? Like, a boy named Neville's, like, totally lost one.
And let's do one more. Pick one more fun one.
Okay, I'll try to do Boston.
Okay.
That'd be good.
Have any of you seen a toad? A boy named Neville's lost one. Oh, wait, no, that turned into Minnesota.
It's okay. That's okay. No, we're experimenting, and you're new to this, right? This is just something you like to do. So you might want to get into voiceover work and character and cartoon animation work. So we're going to push her down the path that she wants to go down, and we'll get her voiceover coaches. We'll get the right coach for the right project. But she's got the ability, in my opinion, to do some real fun animation, and she's very young. I've introduced her to online. Who did I introduce? Mel Blanc, right? You're studying Mel Blanc, Richard Little,
right.
Rich Little. And Dan, you may have met Rich Little. I don't know.
I used to represent Rich Little and Fred Travellini.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, wow.
and so, you know, the skill set, the time they spend working on impressions is phenomenal. Fred Travellini could do Sinatra young, middle-aged, and old, and you could hear the difference in his voice when he was sing and do an impression of Sinatra. So, you know, it's a great gift that you have, and I can see the beginning of a lot of talent, but it takes an enormous amount of work to perfect it. There was a couple places in your Harry Potter, you slipped a word that was English, American as opposed to English. And so it jumps out when you're doing everything so well, and then you make one little blip in it. So you have to practice, practice, practice.
Yeah. Amen. Thank you, Dan. But very talented, Ella. You've got a bright start, a bright future, and keep doing what you're doing. Who's feeling the real urge? Chris, I haven't talked to you, Kristine. Any comments?
Do you know what? Yeah, her voices. Again, they were great. They were spot on. Being from Boston, and I being an actress myself and a thespian myself, I had to lose my Boston accent because I actually had like a full Boston accent where I had to pack my car and have a yacht as well. Yeah. And we don't use any R's whatsoever. So when you be able to master the Boston accent, you're gonna do really, really well. Because that's a tough one. And keep working on the British accent. I love the British accent, and try and see if you can distinguish. Move to an Australian accent as well, because the two dialects are really, really similar. So if you can distinguish between the two and really break it up and have someone from the UK understand that you're speaking a UK accent and someone from Australia know that you're speaking that, you know that you're really on the right path with the dialect. So just keep at it. I love doing dialects and voices as well.
Thank you for your wise words. Adrian, how can I not go to the Australian on the panel? Crikey, mate.
Crikey, lad. How you going? That was really beaut. I think you'll be able to nail the Australian. Just remember to go up on the ends. You know, you'll nail it.
I love it. I had to, Adrian. Let's go to Angelique. We haven't spoken to you. Do you have any comments? We'll get her on the unmute. There you go.
Yes, I am so impressed by this group. What I'm really seeing is a commitment, and I'm seeing dedication, and I'm seeing a lot of believability. Like I'm believing your emotions. They're not over the top. We don't want to go, you know, over the top, but I'm just really impressed with you guys. Thank you so much.
I appreciate
Tony,
it.
I got to go to dinner.
Yes, Neil, thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to do Mila really quick, and then Zach, and then we're going to call it a night, everybody. I know, of course, Kelsey Lee. I've got one from Kelsey Lee. So those are the three left. Neil, you saw both those last week, so you're not missing anything. You might miss a better performance, but you've seen these guys, and you know they're great. So Neil, thank you. Round of applause for Neil for being on our
Have a good night, Neil.
Night, Neil.
Daughter's making dinner.
And so you know that Dan's going to have to jump off soon, and everybody. So we're going to push these through. If I don't let you guys speak, I apologize. I just want them to see all the kids, okay? So Mila, what you got? Where's Mila? Happy birthday, Mila.
Thank you.
Where's the birthday girl?
Right down there.
Hi.
So you good? Is your mic on? I want to know if I can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, good. All right, let's everyone turn our mics off and give Mila the stage.
I dropped her off that night. About 1:45. Should have asked her to come over, or at least.
I'm going to cut you guys really quick. I really apologize. Technical difficulty. Everyone's got to turn your mic off, and then you got to make a sound so that the camera goes to you. That's one of our technical things we have to deal with on Zoom. So I need to get the mic. Let's get the camera on you really quick. So say something.
Hi. We're good?
Okay, now the mic's on you. Everyone keep
Okay.
your mics off, and then you'll keep the stage, okay? And action.
Yeah. I dropped her off that night. About 1:45. I should have asked her to come over. Or at least asked her if anything was wrong. But she seemed normal. I mean, not happy, but like herself. I met her freshman year, an introduction to British literature. We made each other laugh. You know, she was bitter and cynical, but still really nice. Yeah, and I knew she had depression, but it was weird. We had fun together. You know? Never really made sense of that. That night we saw a play. And then we went to a midnight movie. The whole time I was the last half nodding off, and you know, I got up early to go running. I shouldn't have. I keep wondering if there was something, some trigger or some reason. Something that could, you know, set her off. Something that I missed. I just keep looking for clues, for answers. She had survived so much. Why that night?
That's your monologue, right? Stay in character. Stay in character. So really stay in character. Really powerful when we saw your eyes. I mean, just like piercing when you pierced at us through the camera. So I love that business that you got it. Remember, the ride home's the best audition, so that's got the nerves out. I don't know if you've done this full out yet, so this feels like the first time for class. So let's do it one more time. Stay in character. Connect personally what you're really feeling. I use my dog. It doesn't have to be what's really the writer wrote. It's what you connect with. So what's your open? Stay in character. What's your opening emotion? In character.
Hurt and in shock.
Stay in character. So stay hurt and stay in shock. Have you been hurt in your life before? Tell me a little. Use one name that hurts you. Think about that one name.
Ivana.
Think about Ivana right now. Just think about it. And if tears come, that's fine, because it's about fighting your tears. It's not about giving us tears. It's about fighting it. And then they may come out or they may not. Right now, just stay in character. I want you to think about Ivana. Breathe. You're holding your breath. Breathe. Emotions come when you don't. There you go. It's okay to be relaxed. Now, there it is. Action.
I dropped her off that night. At 1:45. I should have asked her to come over, or at least asked her if anything was wrong. But she seemed normal. I mean, you know, not fine, but like herself. I met her Introduction to British Literature freshman year. We made each other laugh. You know, she was really bitter and cynical, but still super nice. Then I knew she had depression. It was weird. We had fun together. You know, and I never really made sense of that. That night we saw a play. And then we went to a midnight movie. But the whole time I was nodding off, and I was just tired from that morning going running. But I shouldn't have, and I keep wondering if there was something in the play or in the movie, something that could set her off. Some trigger, for some reason. Something that I missed. You know, I just keep looking for clues. I keep looking for answers. She had survived so much. Why that night?
And cut. Don't rush out of this character. I cut you, but allow yourself to slowly come back to us. Feel what it feels like to be in. Know what it feels like when you're not on. Okay? I want you to think about your favorite food right now. You don't have to jump back to us. What's your favorite food? Talk to me. You just got it. I saw when you got your food. Pasta, isn't it?
Yeah.
What kind of pasta?
Any. They're all good.
Peter makes a good pasta dish.
I do.
Okay, so you're back now. I feel you're back. Big round of applause for her. Okay, so let's go. Oh my God. I mean, just you guys, when you do it full on one time and then you do it in front of us a second time, we shouldn't see your first or second time. We should see your third, the spot on time.
I just want to say that I thought the difference between the first one and the second one was very special. You nailed it the second time.
Thank you.
And, you know, I have unfortunately lost about 4 friends over my lifetime that committed suicide that I've known well. And a lot of what you said crosses everybody's mind who was with or knows someone, you know, the if I woulda, coulda, shouldas. It's very difficult. You know, we say, you know, it's a long-term solution to a short-term problem. And why they did it. And, but I just want to congratulate you. I thought you hit it the second time.
Yeah, you really did nail it. And obviously she brought some emotion up for you, Dan, and that's the job of an actor, is to be so pure that people can relate their experiences to and go and live and watch. You know, it's like we go to escape or we go to feel to movies, but it's really powerful for me, Mila. I think it's some of your best work. Happy birthday. Kevin, what are your thoughts, my friend?
Oh, I thought she was very, very good, and I believed it because I think she believed it. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Yeah, she believed it. And so that transmitted to me. And I thought it just felt like I'm listening to someone telling me that story for real. Mm-hmm. So very good.
Yeah, it was really good work today. Peter, I know you want to say something. Make it short, and then we're going to go off to Kelsey Lee's going to do something for us. And then we're going to go to Zach. Kelsey's got a comedic and dramatic monologue. And then we'll call it a night, guys. We'll do a little interview with Dan, and then we'll let him jump off if he can give, if we're okay with his time. I know my rate for him is $500 an hour, maybe $1,000 an hour. I don't know if I can afford him. So you guys better be good. Keep him here. Okay. So Peter, real quick, what do you got?
I'll try to go as quick as possible. Mila, you're a favorite of mine. The hills and valleys are naturally there, Mila. And we are always in denial, and we try to blame ourselves. That's the dark side of human nature. We make it about us to some degree. So when you're talking about having fun together, going to the play, that's what makes all this unexpected, because we think we know people and we can spot the red flags. So the shock comes from, you didn't see the clues. In myself, because I should have seen it. That's part of it. And that brings you into the happiness of the memories. Start using your opposites a tiny bit more, because then the sadness will come out unexpectedly and you won't have to play it as much. Forget about it. Number 16 comes in really good here. All of this work you're going into, forget about it, reminisce, blame yourself, and that'll have a pace and a rhythm all its own, because you've got it all inside you. I see it all the time.
Thank you, Peter. I really appreciate it. Angelique, you want to say something? And Kristine, mute your mic there. Thanks.
I just want to say the depth of emotion was incredible. I really could feel it. And to play on what you had to say, Tony, you know, when you reach somebody that has experienced that, or, you know, you hit that emotion, that's your job. That's what an actor does. That's what you conveyed, that emotion, and it was brilliant. So great job. And also to play on what Peter said, also, you know, the whole thing doesn't have to be down. You can play different sides as well. So like when you're remembering the happier memories, it could be up a little bit more uplifting. You know what I mean? But great job. Incredible.
Yeah, I love it. We smile through our pain. We smile through our pain, and we laugh through our anger, and we cry through our happiness, right? We play layers.
Exactly.
Really good. So can you see this TV show we're talking about, where we put them through a 4-week course in front of everybody? We pick what we feel is the strongest. They go off to the season finale, and we give them a contract in a movie as an actor and some door prizes that come from our sponsors. Can you see how this show can unfold with the young adults? Riker being our host of the show, us being judges, the young kids being the judges. This is what's forming the show off BSA-LIVE stage, guys. Big round of applause for the birthday girl, Mila.
All right, Mila.
Very good. All right, Kelsey Lee. Kelsey Lee is prepping, so she's going to come on real quick. Are you doing your dramatic or comedic monologue first?
Dramatic.
Okay, so are you prepped and ready? Okay, I'm going to give Kelsey the stage. Everybody, please turn your microphones off. This is Kelsey Lee.
I hate the way you talk to me and the way you cut your hair. I hate the way you drive my car. I hate it when you stare. I hate your big dumb combat boots. And the way you read my mind. I hate you so much, it makes me sick. It even makes me rhyme. I hate the way you're always right. I hate it when you lie. I hate the way you make me laugh. Even worse when you make me cry. I hate it when you're not around. And the fact that you didn't call. But mostly, I hate the fact that I don't hate you. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even at all.
Okay, stay in character. I'm going to add one more layer. Stay in character. I'm going to add one more layer. I want to see you smile with your eyes through this pain. So I want to see you think about something that makes you happy even though you hurt. I want you to think of your most joyous day right now. I want you to think about the time you got your new car, you got your puppy, and you got to do what you want with your horse, right? I'm going deep with you. I know. Now smile. Now smile through that pain. Smile through it. Say your monologue. Smile. Be happy. The pain's there. You don't have to bring the pain anymore. Now be happy. Be happy. The pain's already there. Now be happy. Tell me the monologue. Happy. Happy. Go.
I hate the way you talk to me and the way you cut your hair. I hate the way you drive my car. I hate it when you stare. I hate your big dumb combat boots and the way you read my mind. I hate you so much it makes me sick. It even makes me rhyme. I hate the way you're always right. I hate it when you lie. I hate it when you make me laugh. Even worse when you make me cry. I hate it when you're not around and the fact that you didn't call. But mostly, I hate the fact that I don't hate you. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even at all.
Slowly come back to us. Do you see the layers, everybody, while she's coming back? Slowly come back. I know you want to cry, and it's okay if you do. It's okay.
Yes.
Guys,
yes.
see the layers. See what happens when you play opposite of what is written. If you have the organic truth in what you're really feeling and you cover it with another emotion, you get layers. In music, if you play a C, E, and a G, you get a chord. And each one played alone is a note. We want chords when we perform. And that's how we do it. We do it with activity, emotion, and dialogue. And all three of them tell a different note. And you play the notes together and you get a chord, which is this. If you play into the note, it's just hitting the note too hard. And this is what we just witnessed. Great taking direction, Kelsey. Great emotional connection. Great everything you just brought to me, okay? I'm really proud of you, and I think you did a really good job. And I know it hurts to go there, but we get paid big bucks when we get the jobs to go there. A starting day rate is $550 for 5 lines. And then you go into
$1 billion, so like
then you go into day rates, and then you go into we talked to the lawyer here. He knows what the rates are. You can have a contract. He'll negotiate $1 million contract for you if you hire him, which he does. You know, if you guys are up for need a lawyer, hire Dan. But Dan, let's go to you. What are your thoughts, Dan? You're on mute. Sorry, bro. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I got a lot out of both reads, both the first and second read, and you touch me. You know, I think I've been on the other side of that dialogue. I don't have the big boots, but you have a gift, and it's nice to see you working with it.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Adrian, comments?
I second Dan completely. Kelsey Lee, was that something that you wrote?
No, this is actually from 10 Things I Hate About You.
Okay. Because I didn't know what it was from.
No, it's from
And when I was listening to you just go through it, my imagination went to, you could have been talking to a corpse and reflecting on that person being alive still. And it was just an interesting, because you were talking so much in the present, I knew that the person wasn't dead. So, but I thought, what an interesting way to approach a scene if it was a dead person. It had a very affecting, like Tony says, like it's opposite. So if you actually had to play that scene to a body, talking over at a funeral or seeing them at rest on a bed or something like that, it just made my creative mind go in a different direction. I would never have thought of going that way. And watching the chords, as Tony says, both performances gave so much. And depending on that person's character, either one would work. So you have two perfect takes there.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you. Kevin, any comment? Thank you, Adrian. Kevin, any comments?
I was going to say I've been on the other side of that conversation too. And I started thinking, well, what does she want? But great scene. Great scene.
Thank you,
I believed it. I believed it. I believed you were honestly hurt. And so that transmitted, and that got me in the heart, was that you were really hurt, and that I'm important to you, that sort of thing. That conveyed, you know, being on the other side of it.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Angelique, any comments?
The biggest thing, I love that monologue, one of my favorites, but really that it seemed so effortless for you. You weren't forcing, it didn't seem like you were forcing the emotion at all. And that's what came through to me on my side.
Thank you so much. Peter, can I jump to Zach, or did you need to say something? Because I got to get here done before 8.
I always need to say something. Every time I see somebody's work, I see somebody that blows me away even further. Kelsey, you're not an actress, you're a thespian. That's all there is to it. You jump from emotion to emotion with such believability. You have such control over your facial expressions that they seem like they're uncontrollable. And the reason why Tony was able to get you that second one is because you gave him so much to work with. I would have called you back after the first one also. And I'm glad you did something that's published, because last week was good, but casting directors are very insecure, and if you did something you wrote, for some reason, sometimes they'll think, well, why didn't you do something already published? Why did you have to write it? I wanted to see something done by someone else, but you bringing your personal stamp. So you did everything on a dime. You need to get the best agent in town, because you need to do film very quickly.
Thank you so much, Peter. Zach, you want to do your comedic monologue? Then Kelsey, you're going to bring us home with a comedy. And then we're going to talk to Dan really quick, and we'll call it a night, guys. All right, so what you got, Zach? Everyone mute your mics, please. Mute your mics. What do you got, Zach?
I'm pull over for a second.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
All right, go big or go home, Zach. Go big or go home.
Yep.
All right, everyone mute. You have the stage.
Here you go. You got me? All right, cool. Well, no, I don't have any. Oh, shoot. Almost. Like I was saying. Well, no, I don't have any experience, but how hard can it be, right? Oh, and there goes Cheddar. Well, like I was saying, well, no, I don't have any experience, but how hard can it be, right? I mean, you take the order, and when it's ready, you bring it to them. I mean, I do that all the time. Back home, my family's always ordered me to bring them things. Tray service. Oh yeah, it's like when you bring them those things on their food on the big trays, right? Well, yeah, I can do that. May not look like it, but I'm pretty strong. Yeah, that is a temporary SpongeBob tattoo. Thanks for noticing. May not look like it, but I did 5 chin-ups in the school PE test. You want to hire me? Well, yeah. Oh. All right, let's see my schedule. Well, I can't work Saturday, Friday, or Saturday because I just got a girlfriend. Anyway, you know, just got to have a social life. And on Sunday, well, look, it says here it's family night, so that's out. And I have after-school activities, so I can probably start my shift around 3:30. We're in work until 6, the latest. And yeah, other than that, I am completely free. When can I start?
Zach, man, you're funny. And I say this every week. How old were you when you started with me? I think you were 5.
I think I was around 5 or 6. Yeah, well.
And right out of the gate, I had you on a movie set, and we had him working at 5 years old. He was on set and doing his thing. How old are you now?
I'm 13 currently.
Currently 13. Well, and so what do you think? How do you feel? Do you feel like
I love the scene. It's very like, it really just helps me like open up more, you know?
As a person in your real life?
Yeah.
I agree 100%. Now, if you would have done line on line a little bit faster, I think the rhythm, because everything Peter said earlier about timing, I think your timing's a little slow, but I think if you can pick up your tempo, because it's exaggerated fun, it's you know, line on line on line, it's topping. There's a lot of comedic rules that I can show you to tighten this up. But the first one in comedy is line on line on line on line. The only thing you hold for, 3 things: applause, laughter, or something physically like Kramer coming in the door in Seinfeld. Otherwise, there's no dead air. So I heard some dead air in your delivery, but if you tighten that up, and I'm going to have you do 2 or 3 lines with line on line, and you're going to see the difference just in that. But I love the character you're bringing. You're developing a character that's not you. I love you're having fun with it and taking risk with your cheddar and all the things you're doing and your props, and you're working it. So you're growing every week. You're getting better and better and better. You're going to be a funny comedian. You're going to be able to have a career if you keep doing the trajectory that you're on, which is better, 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 okay? I just got to teach you a couple comedic more rules that you can add to your stew that will be your comedic, you know, arsenal. And so right now, let's work on line on line on line. So stand up, stand up. And just stand right there. The lines have done the work, right? The writer wrote these lines. The lines are hilarious. Let the lines do the work. Don't you bring it to it. So I just want you to rip the lines out. Just don't even worry about the performance. Just say the lines. Ready? Go.
Well, no, I don't have any experience, but how hard can it be, right? I mean, you take the order, and when it's ready, you bring it to them. When you take the order, and when it's ready, you bring it to them. I mean, I do that all the time. Shoot.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about, Zach. You don't know your lines, right? And I've had some great teachers. They said the #1 rule that if they're ever going to work with you is you have to master the memory of your lines, backwards, forwards, inside out, know the other actor's lines. Rule #1. So that's what I see that you're lacking, is the memorization of this piece. But you have the instincts and you have the ability to bring it, okay? So let's go to the lines you do know. Let's get into the your time clock. Well, I'm not available this and I'm available. How about that? Let's go to the very end of your monologue.
Okay, so just this.
So just the very tail end of your time. Oh, you want me to work? And let's just do those lines. Rip the lines out.
All right, let me check my schedule. I can't work Friday or Saturday because I just got a girlfriend and, you know, just got to have a social life. And on Sunday, it's family night, so that's out. And I have after-school activities, so I can probably start my shift around 3:30, work until 6 the latest. But other than that, I'm completely free. When can I start?
All right, so now you said your lines with no comedic emotion. Add the excitement of, I'm excited, I'm going to get a job, woo-hoo-hoo! Right? And with that excitement, deliver these lines.
You want to hire me? Well, let me check my schedule. Well, I can't work Friday or Saturday because I just got a girlfriend, you know, just got to have a social life. And on Sunday, well, that's family night, so that's out. I have after-school activities, so I can probably stop my shift around 3:30, work until 6 the latest. And, yeah, other than that, I'm completely free. When can I start?
Nice. Bravo. Round of applause. That's what we're talking about. Comedy is line and line and line and line and line. Let the writer do the work. You don't have to do the work. The writer needs to do the work. Then you just bring some seasoning to the soup. Okay? Yeah. Very good. Thank you for taking direction. Hey, I like Dan got his hat. I love it, Dan. So now you get the stage because of that hat, Dan Moss. I love this. Turn your mic on. Turn your mic on, Dan. You're on mute. What's up, Rico Suave?
First of all, I want to congratulate all of the talent. Each of you have a gift, and you're in the right place, doing the right thing. And it's great to see you grow just this evening, and I'm looking forward to seeing you perform again. On the last performance, I can only stress when you are even doing something on Zoom to try and make sure that even if you have Apple and you could use a lavalier mic, the presence of your voice was lost in that you're so far away from the camera and the microphone that it loses its presence and your ability to be more effective. So you have to work with Zoom and your audio and your background to understand how all of that relates to give you the best possible presentation. Because right now in the business, a lot of auditions are going to be right on Zoom. And you're going to have to be really aware of what your persona is and your audio, that it's clear, crisp, and concise.
Yeah. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. So we need to get Kelsey's last performance.
I've got to run. I've got an 8 o'clock.
Okay. Well, Dan Moss, he's just a wonderful talent. He's got a lot to offer us. So he may come back and see you guys again. Let's hear it for Dan. Big round of applause.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you,
Dan.
Real pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Really appreciate your presence.
Thanks, Dan.
So let's go to Angelique really quick. Any comments on Zach as he's growing each week?
That was just really good, especially when you got the timing more and you had your lines. I really saw a difference. It was really good. You have the comedic timing, you have the talent. Now, like what Tony's saying, you just have to work on your lines and nail them. But you got it. You got this.
Yeah, it's in him. He's a natural born
Yeah,
comedian.
he's a natural.
Like Holden, our Jim Carrey Holden. Adrian, your comments.
Yeah, two technical things. Zach, just to watch the swaying motion. And I assume that came from nerves, trying to remember the lines. But it's just a thing I've noticed a couple of times. There's a swaying motion that it becomes distracting. Film is all about being still. And when following up on what Dan was just saying about Zoom auditions, know your frame. You could have come in maybe half the distance closer again, so that it was like a mid shot versus a wide. So if you're in sort of that sort of size for that type of role for that piece, then we would be able to see your body language and we would be able to hear you a lot clearer. Other than that, I second Tony's comments all the way, and watching your timing towards the end when you were able to hit the lines.
Right.
Comedy gold.
Yep, bravo. We'll run through real quick. Kevin, and then I'm going to go to Peter, and then we're going to end with Kristine since you are a comedian. So let's go with Kevin, and then anybody else? Yeah, there we go. So Kev, you're on mute.
Great. I love that he's getting his southern drawl going there too. A lot of people are afraid to play around with that, and I think it's an important one to have in your arsenal, is be able to go southern with that. And the key to being southern, I have found, is to be relaxed. They're always kind of extra relaxed when they talk, and they have relaxed, slower way of speaking. So all in all, really good. And I like the last one the best. That was pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you, Kev. Can you do a Scottish accent?
A Scottish accent? What would you like me to say, mate?
Talk to the kids in the Scottish accent. Tell them how great they are.
You're all bunny lasses and lads, all of you. I thought I was just blown away.
Thank you, Kevin. Big round of applause for Kevin. I love this guy. I love all these guys. I love all you guys.
Hey, Tony, really quick. I'm so sorry. I got to get going. I have an 8 o'clock. So, but thank you so much. It was such an honor.
Thank you. We're doing the TV show with you, right? So we're going to knock this thing out and get these kids on, stage on television. Yes. So a big round of applause for Angelique. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys.
She's
Keep going strong. Nice job. Bye.
Thank you, Angelique. She's producing the award show that I'm hosting, and she's got some real power behind her with her team. So we had some great guests tonight. Peter, real quick, Kristine, wrap it up, and then we'll go to Kelsey Lee to end the show. Okay?
I'm going to tell you to borrow from life. When you go into an audition, there's 50 other people. You have to go in there thinking that you are the right person for that part. No one else can be hired to be a waiter but you. So don't be afraid to throw in, I'm the boss, you need me. Yep. Great character. The props were great. I'm going to challenge you, Zach, every week you perform, because you respect enough to listen to people. I want you to force us to say, whoa, dude, back it up. Control yourself, man. That's a little bit too much, okay? Because that's when you're going to hit your stride, okay? So force us to tell you that. because and also Zach, I've never seen you do comedy really, so I like this, and keep doing it because you're such a shy guy in real life. When you come in shy, I'm gonna say I don't know if he's right for the part, and then you blow me away with your range by being big and funny. That's a very good thing to have in an audition. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. All right, Kristine, what were your thoughts? Miss Stand-Up Comedian herself, you're on mute.
All right, so Zach, again, just to reiterate what everyone else was saying, just remember, you 16, let go completely, especially in comedy. You're so very vulnerable in comedy, so it's just yourself. So when you can open up and you're talking about yourself, be fun with it. Let go a lot, and then as a waiter, use that to your advantage. Move around and maybe research what a waiter does. They're very handy with their hands. So for you to drop Checker or Chester, that was to me. That was hilarious when you were like, oh, there he goes. Because a waiter, they're so precise with their hands. So for you to be dropping things in general, like, yep, I can do that. That's great. And then the end, just keep going line on line on line. That's where the timing gets. And don't forget to use your beats. That's another big thing. If you need a beat in there somewhere to think and then go big, utilize that.
Thank you. Wise words from people working in the industry. Okay, Kelsey Lee, you're gonna bring us home with a comedic monologue, and then BSA students, we're gonna say thank you to our guests, and there will be no interview portion. We did that earlier on, Riker. I apologize, but there'll be no interview portion, but there will be a conversation portion to talk to our guests. Okay. So Faithlin's still awake. Wow. And so Ella's still awake. She's 3 hours ahead of us. So she's on at 11 o'clock. Oh my God. Okay, Kelsey Lee, your mic's off. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, everybody mute. Give her the stage. Kevin, mute.
Oh, are you honestly and truly going to prom with Katrina DeVort? Leah just said that you were going with her. Oh, I see. Your mom must be pretty stoked you're not taking me. No, I'm not mad. No, I'm in a fucking great mood. Yeah, despite the fact that I'm in a fat suit that I can't take off. And despite the fact that pretty much every single person that we know is making fun of me behind my back. And pretty much, I'm pissed. Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. No, go ahead. Take Soupy Sales to prom. I'm sure you two will have a real bitching time together. Yeah. I could think of like so many other cooler things to do than go to prom with you. Like, yeah, I could pumice my feet. Yeah, that sounds like a fun time. Or I could go to Bryn's dumb Unitarian church. Yep, that's a fun time. Or I could go to the side of the street and get hit by a 10-ton truck filled with hot garbage juice. All of those things sound like so much more fun than going to prom with you. Oh, really? Okay, fine. Why? Because I got bored and I had sex with you. Is that it? And I didn't want to marry you or whatever? Fine, that's fine. You can just take Katrina the douchepacker to prom with you. That'll be fine. I'm sure you two will have all the fun in the world. But remember, Bleecker, I still have your virginity. What? Are you ashamed that we did it? Are you ashamed? Because at least you don't have to hide the evidence under your sweater. I'm a planet, Bleecker. A planet.
Nice, big round of applause for Kelsey Lee. So I'm gonna give you some notes, Kelsey. Okay. Really, really good first pass. Now, what I'm telling all the kids, did they do the first and second and third pass before we got on stage? I doubt, and I don't know, I could be wrong. Did you full on perform this 2 or 3 times before we got on stage? And most people said no. And your mic's off, by the way. So what I encourage people to do is do that, and you're going to thank me that you did it 1, 2, 3, 4 times before you went in the audition room full out. I promise, because we're going to do it a second time right now. I know what you want to say, but I just want you to move your script so that if you're reading your lines as an audition, which we do, we cold read, that's what we master, that's how we get work, put it at the center of the camera so your eyes aren't windshield wiping and you're not scooping. Can you move it, or is it on the computer?
It's on the computer.
Can you move the frame over so it's more center so that the mic?
I just didn't trust myself. I've done this
All
scene
right,
so much.
so let's break you from your baby blanket. Let's get you off book.
I'm still shaking from the last
No,
scene already.
I know, you're awesome. Can you improv if you get lost? We don't know the lines.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
Of course. So will you please don't look at the script and look at the camera? Because if you connect with me, if you do, please, more of that. If you do that, watch what happens. Yes, I'll even take that than you looking at your script.
Yeah,
Deal?
yeah, of course. I understand.
Okay, so now do it one more time and connect with us. Everything else is great. And action. Turn off your mics, everybody.
Oh! Are you honestly and truly taking Katrina, the douchepacker, to prom with you? Seriously? I mean, Leah just told me you were going with her. Is that like a thing? Oh, I get it. No, your mom must be pretty stoked you're not taking me. No, Bleeker, I'm not mad. No, I'm in a real great mood. You know, it's like, despite the fact that every single person we know is making fun of me behind my back, despite the fact that I'm in a fat suit that I can't take off, and despite the fact that I do not care. You know, the fact that I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't. Not that fact that, you know, like, you know, your little girlfriend was giving me the stink eye in art class yesterday. I told you I don't care. You know, I could think of like so many other cooler things that would be so much more fun than going to prom with you. Like, I could pumice my feet. That sounds like fun, right? Or I could go to Bryn's dumb Unitarian church. That's fun. Or I could get hit by a truck filled with 10 tons of hot garbage juice. All of these things sound like so much more fun than going to prom with you. Yay! You know? Oh, why?
I'm gonna cut. That was so amazing right there. Great direction. I just wanted to make a point. That second time better, connecting with the audience with eyes, and I mean, 100 times better. So great. Let's just go right to Peter.
I gotta stop laughing. Okay. Now, worst case scenario. Tony's right about looking at your script, but I did spend time with my students teaching them how to look at the script as if they weren't looking at a script.
Yeah.
You can look down and create a thought. Look like you're creating a thought, like when you're getting that list of stuff and you get lost. You look at the script and you're thinking. You know, I'm looking down and I'm looking at my paper, but I'm thinking about something. I never let them see me sweat. And what Tony did was brilliant because you didn't have time to think, and you threw in these little innuendos. Ha ha ha! This is the and I would like to see even a bigger build up. Oh! And getting hit by a big 10 Mack truck with stinky juice. Oh boy, that'd be the best. And then a straight face. And it's just, that's the thing you got to do. Don't let them see you sweat. I mean, nobody ever knows I'm reading a line. That's insulting.
No.
Even though I am looking at it, but it was just, I only caught you looking at the script twice, the second time. All the rest, you were just right at us, talking to us, and the beautiful use of opposites. I knew you were pissed because the louder you laughed, the more pissed you were.
Yeah, thank you, Peter. That was really fun, Kelsey. I really enjoyed that a lot. Kevin, any comments? Kevin, you're on mute. We'll do a round robin and then we'll call it a night, guys.
Oh yeah, I'm sure glad I wasn't on the receiving end of that. Yeah, I believed her.
Okay, well, thank you, Kevin. I mean, wise words. I love it. Kristine, any comments? You're on mute.
Yeah, I mean, that was
That was spot on. The way you took the direction was perfect, and every time you looked at, I thought you were talking to me in the camera. Actually, the whole time it was very good, very believable. Great job.
Thank you. Let's go to, I guess, Adrian. Am I missing anybody else? Adrian?
That was great, Kelsey Lee. Take two, obviously, the connection, the connectivity, it really plays through. And it makes the humor so much funnier. And like Peter said, just maybe the last beat or two to go bigger with it would have played just the cream on the top of the, the cherry on the top of the cake at the end. But otherwise, hysterical.
Yeah, it was so good. So again, it's Mila's birthday. Mila, turn on your mic. And you, Mila, give me your mic.
Hi.
And who's in the room with you?
My friend.
Bring it. Show your face. You can't be on our stage and not show your face. What's your name?
Sorry, Zizi.
Zizi, what do you think of the school?
I think it's great. We were just watching Kelsey. She was like, "Oh my gosh, she's really good." Yeah, I thought you were really good.
So Zizi, you got to come on our stage and perform. I know you want to. If you're hanging lurking in the wings, it's a passion. So you come.
No, wait, no. I'm not good. I was very slept off.
So can everybody sing her happy birthday? I don't know what it's going to sound like with your mics off, but
let's go right now. Ready?
Right now.
Holden, Faithlin, Kristine.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mila. Happy birthday to you. Oh, that was deliciously horrible.
Beautiful.
Like
Stevie
totally memorable. Peter, that's why I had you sing the first time.
Okay.
That was beautiful.
So, Mila, happy birthday. Thank you for working stage for us on your birthday.
Thank you.
Very, very good. Happy you've made it to 15. May you have 115 more to go. And we're really just proud of you. Really
and then you're going to be 20 and you're going to be like, what? Like, what?
Mood.
Keep in touch, Mila.
So I was like hysterically laughing.
So,
keep in touch, Mila.
Thank you for staying late. You guys, what do we got to say to our guest, our esteemed guest? We're going to go around real quick. Holden, what did you think of tonight's show, and what do you think of the comments from our guests?
Oh, I love tonight's show. Oh my God, let's get some light in here. Wait. Okay. Yeah. I like tonight's show a lot. It was very good. I'm always just taking it down a notch from the comedy and stuff. Being real for a second, I am very appreciative of all of you giving us notes, and I'm very thankful for having an environment in which we can do that, because a lot of people will just look at my work and be like, "Oh, you're good, yeah, good, yeah." But you guys actually tell me what I can improve on and such, and I am very appreciative of that, because that's been hard to find for at least me.
Thank you, Holden. Thank you. Great work today. Even though we give you critique, it was really good. Faithlin, you're still awake. What did you think of tonight's class and our guests?
It was good, and thank you for having me here. I'm going to work really hard.
Yes, you are, and you're going to be a big star if you want it. You're really talented, and we loved watching your scene with your brother. We loved watching your improv and your monologue, and I so believe in you, Faithlin. You just keep doing what you're doing, okay?
You hear that, Brighton?
How adorable. How adorable is that?
Kendall, what are your thoughts of tonight?
Okay, so tonight everyone did absolutely amazing, which they always do amazing. And I want to thank everyone here for really just helping me grow and giving me awesome feedback so I can just work on my craft.
Oh, you're awesome. You did really good tonight, Kendall. I'm really proud of you. Ella, what were your she's up late, 11:18. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought this Zoom was really fun, and thank you so much for having me, even though it's really late. I mean, I could stay up an hour longer if I did this. It's so fun.
Oh, and your mom sent me a quote that you wrote. You said something about teachers when they inspire you to do what do you remember the quote? I don't know if you know it verbatim.
Yeah, when you have a good teacher, it makes you love that subject even more.
Oh, so sweet. She sent me that, and that just broke my heart. Thank you. Mila, what are your thoughts, Miss Birthday Girl?
It's always an honor being here. And who is it? I think it was Holden that was saying about the notes, not just saying, oh, great, and then moving on, but the actual critiquing that are, the notes are always very, very helpful and much appreciated. And getting to be seen by these amazing industry people is an honor, and it's very inspiring. I love what I do. I know everyone else here does too. And not just them, but also the actors, watching them every week is amazing too, because they're very talented and hardworking. So thank you for having me.
And you are as well, Mila. You're very talented. You got a bright career ahead of you. Riker, how was your other showcase that you guys performed at?
Oh, the other class was great. We got the script and read it over and learned some stuff. It was really cool. It's nice to see different perspectives. That's why this class is so amazing, because I was one guy. Well, this is like 5 to 6 people with all their different perspectives, which is another amazing thing about this class. Ella was insane. Faithlin was insane. Holden on fire, and Mila was just, and Kelsey. Mila and Kelsey just, oh my God. You guys are unbelievably talented, and our guests here just say the most amazing things. They always point out things that, even if it's not directed to me, it's directed to someone else. Thank you, Mila. But if it's directed to someone else, I still can take it, write it down in my notes, and if I'm looking at my performance and watching myself, I can critique myself and learn from it. And everything you guys say is just stuff I've never heard before that really helps me make my performances better. So thank you guys for just being so big brain.
Well, you're growing in leaps and bounds, Riker. You have a bright career. People are seeking you out, so much so that you guys are all getting so busy that I'm glad when you show up to class, because work begets more work, and more work and more work. Work begets work. You guys are doing the work, you're getting the work, and we're really proud of the work you're doing, okay? So Riker is a host. He's going to be hosting the award show with me on the red carpet. He's going to be the host of our new TV show, where we turned the kind of American Idol onto the kids version. And you had some of our executives that are going to take it to the network, and we're really excited. So Riker's heavily involved in that as well. Kelsey Lee, you've been with me a couple years now, right? And we did a TV show with you that we're still editing a year later. Actually, the video popped up like, you shot this a year ago. And I'm like, year? Where's time going? Time's flying. That's brutal. That pains me. But it pains me. I've seen the dailies, and it's phenomenal. So at least it's in the can. It's never going to go away. I know. We'll get it for you. But Kelsey's got her own TV show. How did that feel to be the star at your own house of your own TV show?
I mean, it's going to happen, but that's a joke. I
love it.
I'm not that concerned. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I absolutely love what I do. I'm an empath, and I feel emotion really, really freaking hard. You know, I had to catch myself because there's 7-year-old children here. Yeah. And I love the fact that I can just be emotional, and then everyone's like, oh my God, she's that person emotional. I can be emotional too. Emotion is what makes us human, and to be able to like be in tune with that is a gift, in my opinion.
Thank you. And what'd you think of our guests? The comments, pretty wise. They keep coming back.
Y'all are like the nicest people. I like I said, y'all are so sweet. Y'all call me out. I appreciate all of your commentary, and I appreciate that you're here every week, and I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, guys. So from our young talent to our seasoned veterans, you guys were really grateful. We have a new actor on set with Adrian. What's your cat's name? He's probably a working cat if he's with a director like Adrian.
This is Paige.
Paige.
And Paige is on sleepover for a month.
Oh, so cute. It's a kitty, right? It's a little kitten.
Yeah, 5 years.
Okay, it looks like a kitten.
Really?
Yeah.
So you guys, that pretty much wraps up BSA portion. What we're going to do is, again, we're going to give them a big round of applause, and then we're going to stop the recording, and then you guys stay on, and you can talk to our guests privately. What Kelsey Lee didn't do last time was to stay long enough to get the phone numbers from our guests. If they're willing to share contact information, this would be where you network. It's one of the most important things in your acting career is networking, so that you can have an opportunity to work with these people when they're working. Okay, so this is the networking portion of BSA. It's a very important part. Okay, learn how to talk to celebrities, industry professionals, and just don't beg, just offer. Okay, all right. So you guys, big round of applause. And Mila, after we're done with the applause, I want you to stop the recording, and then you guys do what you got to do. Big round of applause for everybody involved in today's BSA Live show. That wraps it up, and we're real honored to see you guys next week, same time, 6 to 7, sometimes 6 to 8. I'm Tony Boldy, Teacher Tony. We'll see you next time.
Bye, Tony.
Bye.